Today I want to show you how to plate small items like washers, small bits and pieces, screws, bolts, blah blah blah. First of all, put the gloves on. Safety is very important, whatever you do with chemicals or anything like this. Contamination, blah blah blah. There are the screws, what I want to do. MPU, I don't need today. There's gold. There's gold in there, gold solution. You can get it in my eBay shop or anywhere. Platinum electrode I use for gold plating most of the time. This is the used. I put them always in the back like this. Swaps. So I'll put the swaps on. It's sometimes difficult with a platinum electrode because the platinum is quite rough. It's not smooth to get a swap on. So okay, so then plug it in. I'll put the swap on first because there's already, you can see the solution is dripping off. So plug it in, the plus cable, plug it in, the plus cable, that's it. And the minus are just clip on there for now. So switch the machine on, ka-ching. I've got a plug down there so I can switch it on with the remote. And the dog's running around again. Okay, so now I show you that I use activator. This is the little machine what I use. This is connected to this ring there, and this is the plus. So this is the minus there. So this is activator. This beakers is this water. Of course, clear water, deionized water. This is cleaner, which I don't use in this case. They're clean enough. So activation will clean as well a little bit. And this rectifier is connected to, of course, to the plating only. So to the brush plating, there's some magnets what I put on there. This is a good idea for me personally. So I can, yeah, and this is the plugged in. This is all underneath, all the cables from the big machine. This is the minus. Just testing for the big machine if it's any current going through. Everything is connected. You can see them moving. Don't do this really. You can see the sparks. But this machine can handle this no problem at all. Right, let us start here. So first of all I do a wire. A little wire. This is a copper wire. You can get them on eBay or anywhere. Little copper wire where I hang up. And sorry about the problems here with everything is shaking when I put something down. So now I bend this I use a screwdriver. I bend this because it's the same size as the stainless steel thing where I hang it up into the beaker. So bend this how I want this. Look, this is about the size what I wanted. And the top I bend as well. It should not get hurt when I pick it up because of the sharp corner. Yeah. So this is what I use. See if it works. Put it in a tank, little beaker. That's it. Rinse. So now I'll put one on and see how it goes. Hold on. That's it basically. Right. Hook one on. Ka-ching. And now I'll put it in the activation because it's clean enough. This stuff is clean enough anyway. You can use cleaner before, but I don't. I'll show you afterwards if it works or not. So now I can see the look it's bubbling along. I set it on 4.5 volts, and this little, don't forget it's the little one here. This one is not. Yeah, it's not the big one, so you can see it's nothing moving on the big one. So the little one I use. So it's bubbling along. I'll leave it in there for about, well, 20 seconds maybe. Something like this would be fine. So I'll take it out then after a certain time, 20 seconds. You can leave it on longer if you want. Take it out, hook the next one on, next washer. Ka-ching. Put it in. And so I'll leave it in there while it's plating. While I plate the washer, a gold in this case. So is a very tiny item, but as what I have a setting 5.5 volt would be fine, 5.6 something like that. So I do the washer then, because it's only a washer, it will never be touched, so I only put a flash on basically. Soon the gold is on, that's it. I don't need to build up any thick plating. So the washer is done now basically. Well, it's done. And most of the part you don't see because it's screwed there. So put it down there in a little tray, rinse it. I do this normally afterwards, after I've done like 10 or so. Sorry about the shaking, as soon as I put something down, shake. So now I rinse, take it out, rinse it in 3 beakers, 3 waters just in case it's contamination. Put the next in. It goes quite quickly, and then play the other one, which I just took out. So I played this one. The rinsing is important because you can get away with 1 beaker rinsing water, or 2, but I use 3 just in case there's something left. I had contamination before, and I don't want to risk it really. I change the water after, if I do like 50 screws and bolts and nuts, or 50 or 100, I change the water anyway. Put new water in. It's deionized water, not tap water. So rinse it again. The reason why it's not tap water, because you played it afterwards, you can't really use tap water. So if you do the screws, here this one, in this case, I only need to do the top anyway. So anyway, I put this in. I can just put this now in, activate, and do exactly the same process. So I use the crocodile clip, put on a wire, hook it on, and use it like this. Job done. So now it's another part. In this case, all the parts what you see there is from a banjo, instrument. So this one the same. Hook it on. I'll show you. This is why I lay them down. There's a little bit of OCD thing going on there. You can see how they lay there. And hook it on. Put it in a beaker or tank, whatever you want to call it, small beaker. Activate for about, again, the first one you must wait, and then you put the other one in. So rinse it, 30 seconds is fine, and then plate. I don't want to do another one now, I only show it for this video here. So I do the back on this one as well, because the customer wants the back plated as well, even you never see it. But just in case you take it apart, everything is plated. So I do this with washers, with everything basically. I plate a whole lot, even there are parts which you never see. I still plate the areas which you never see. Right. If you know a banjo, then you know what part it is. So I play this. I use most of the time in this case, for this part, I use this flat electrode, which goes a little bit quicker. Again, this part, only the front will be ever touched. The side a little bit. I don't need to put a lot of gold on there. I normally put on a little bit more. You can see it's done. Also the back side, which you never see, it's done. So rinse it, clean it up with tissue, make it. So now I make it dry. I dry it completely because I want to show you now if the adhesion is any good. So I use a good tape, not a cheap one. Use a good tape. This is 3M. Rip it off, stick it on, and you can see there's no gold on it. No gold came off, so the adhesion is perfect. It's really good because no gold is sticking on this coming off. You can see it is on the tape. Nothing on there. If the activation would be rubbish, basically, and I had it before many times, then it will not. It will come off. The adhesion would be not very good if the activation is not good, or the cleaning. Maybe the item is not clean enough. So I test them all the time, whatever I do in a tank. If you activate with MPU or with brush, I test this also sometimes, because you don't want to have any problems with the customers. This is a customer job, by the way. I do this sometimes, not always, not all the time. Customer, jobs. Okay, so when I'm finished, basically, I'll put everything back in the bag. Look, because I will use it later on or next day. I don't rinse it out, which some people do, because there's a lot of gold still in the swap, So I rinse, of course, the handle, what I use, the electrode. I rinse it and put it on the side. That's it. Sorry about the shaking again. Close this thing. Ka-ching. That's it. Make sure the clip is washed off as well. Put it on the side. And that's it. Voila. Basically. Okay. Thanks for watching. So I switch off the rectifier now. Thanks for watching. If you need some stuff, look on my eBay shop. Gold and silver 01. And the details are coming up now. Thanks.